Good morning. Nana Prep here. I hope that the weather has found its way to your area. It's so much better than negative 25 degrees, which is what it was all week. I only got 1.5 dozen of eggs this week because it was just so freaking cold. And now they're out in the yard wallowing around in the mud. I have all kinds of chickens, so I get all kinds of eggs. I think this is from one of my little fat buffs, Buffalpingtons. And that's from one of my little silkies, but that's okay. When we eat these, we just eat 2, because that would equal that one. And you hear my grandsons in the back room, which I'm shocked they're even up this early because they were up all night. I don't really have a whole lot to talk to you about today. I've got a lot to do today. The cats have found their way into the basement again, so we're going to have to go out and re-block their secret entrance that they're getting into my cellar and under the house. They're just trying to get warm. So we'll have to do that today. And I got to finish my fishing line video today, so I can get that posted for you. That's going to be a useful thing. You know, you never know when you are going to be in a situation where you need to make some kind of rope or fishing line. And you're going to want to know how to do that. Would be something I'd think about adding to your preps too. Fishing line, fishing gear. I mean, that stuff goes on sale for like half off every year, and now would be the time to go in and buy hooks, line. But that nylon line does get brittle over time, so hence why you need to learn how to make your own line. But the hooks aren't, I mean, you keep them dry, they're going to last you forever. Bobbers, they'll go brittle over time as well, but you know, there's all kinds of things you can use in place of a bobber. You can use an empty water bottle. Anyway, there's a buzz in the, what do I call it? Disaster community, conspiracy community right now regarding the 5G technology. So, of course, I did my due diligence and did a little amount of research on it. I have to be honest with you, I'm not really impressed. I mean, the first thing that pops up, the very first thing that popped up when I Googled 5G technology was, and I will read it word for word, there has been no pre-market testing of 5G. It is assumed safe. You know, does this not sound like every other government public announcement? We assume everything will be fine. We will neither confirm or deny that you will die from whatever this is. So, of course, immediately I'm thinking, oh, are you kidding me? Then I continued, and I think that was like the first thing that popped up was like a Wikipedia post or something like that. Then I continued looking at what came up and found out that 5G was invented in Israel. However, it has been banned in Israel. So that's why they sold it to us, because they can't use it there. So I got into it. I got into a little bit more because I wanted to understand what it was. You know, you've heard for, I think, since cell phones came out, it's going to give everybody brain cancer. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, at first there was 2G, then it went to 3G, then it went to 4G. And basically, They're high-frequency radio wave energy. Okay? So it is the same thing as a microwave. And the way just a quick lesson in how a microwave works, it shoots this high-frequency radio wave energy to your food, and this energy excites the water molecules in the food and creates heat. Now, the FCC considers it safe. They rate the amount of danger regarding something like this by the amount of heat it creates. So, you know, the cell phone tower that's out at the edge of town, which is shooting out 3G right now. Well, no, I take that back. It does shoot out 4G now. It doesn't heat me up, so therefore the FCC says it's safe. Alright, I'll go with that. Now, the 4G that we have now is actually a low power microwave energy, okay? Now, back to the microwave. The 5G uses this nano energy, okay? Nano wave energy is what they refer to it as. Now, the microwave you see behind me, let's say it takes 5 minutes to cook something, okay? Whatever it is, takes 5 minutes. Using the nanowave technology, it will take 30 seconds. So it's quite a bit stronger. However, it doesn't communicate as far. In other words, where 4G, 2G, 3G, 4G can communicate over long distances, 5G has no staying power. So they want to put a little 5G transmitter, you know, all over your town, city, whatever. And this also goes in line with Trump's, make the rural areas have internet, which, you know, us in the rural areas do appreciate that, but anyway. So it takes 30 seconds for this nano wave energy to cook a piece of food that a normal microwave like mine would take 5 minutes. Now, not to get much into thermal science, but we all know what creates heat. Friction creates heat. When atoms are rubbing together, they heat up. That's what's cooking your microwave. Now, if I stood in front of that microwave without a door, if ever that could happen, because they kind of pretty much got that down, the microwave won't come on if the door is open. But if I could stand in front of that microwave without a door on for 30 seconds, it would burn me, and it would burn me severely. So, a 5G transmitter would probably decimate me. In fact, and you will see these when you research the subject, which I hope you do, so you can determine your own feelings on the matter. The Army is currently either using or in the process of testing weapons using this nanowave technology. And it's basically I assume a Humvee, large Jeep type vehicle, and it has a, where there would be a gun turret. It's basically, it looks like a little satellite dish. And the graphic that it gave me was this truck and this guy standing, I'm going to say 20 feet in front of the truck. And this dish shoots him with this nanowave technology, cooks him right there where he stands. Now, I don't know about your town, because I know they can be pretty high, or how tall your light posts are. I'm going to say my light post is 25, maybe 30 feet. And I could be wrong, but I'm guessing at that. It's about as far away as that guy was from the Jeep. I also assume the Army probably amped that up quite a bit. It's probably condensed. I mean, I'm sure the FCC, here I'm going to hope the FCC, smart enough want to release a nano microwave at such a concentration that it's going to fry everybody that lives around it. However, when you get into the conspiracy part of this, since they have control over how it is transmitted, could it not be used as that if they wanted to? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, often... Okay, let me go back. You guys are really loud.
You guys are in trouble. You guys are in trouble.
Are you guys getting hungry? Johnny's grounded from Fortnite. What's the matter? Oh, I don't know. Why? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Now, along the same lines, I was reading some articles about, federal workers and the things that they were going through during their time the government shut down. One of them being their loss of medical services, their loss of medical coverage. And in reading different articles, and we're talking LA Times, Forbes, which, by the way, Forbes has a great article about this FG technology, so look them up. The TSA agents, from what it sounds like, they're dropping like flies with cancer due to these things that they have you walk in to, the x-ray machines. And because they stand there all day and all night, for 8 hours, let's assume they just have a normal 8-hour shift, which being a government worker probably is not true, but they probably work more like a 12-hour shift. But, they're coming up with cancer and things. And, they talk about having to pay for their treatments out of their pocket because it's shut down. And, it goes along that lines. But in turn, it talks about how these X-ray machines are using much of the same technology. So in particular, it is lymphomas that is rearing its ugly head. Now, from what I understand, there's really there's different kind of cancers you can get. You can get cancers that create tumors. You get cancers that attack the bone. You can get cancers that cause the body to attack itself. And then there's the brain and nervous system type cancers. And I'm sure it's a lot. I mean, it is a lot more detailed than that, but, roughly. Now, I found this funny and interesting in that when you continue to research this 5G business, one of the things that they've said all along, 2G, 3G, 4G, that they say today is microwave technology causes cellular changes within your body, okay? It causes your cells to divide. It causes your cells to act weird. It causes your cells to attack itself. Now, been almost 6 years ago now, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, one of which my body attacks itself. Now, I'm a techie, always have been a techie. I've got the best I can afford, fastest I can afford. You can't help but think, is that related in some way? And it just seems like everybody now has got something going on, be it autoimmune, be it cancer, be it, whatever. I mean, everybody. it seems like has something going on. Diabetes, that's an autoimmune disease. Well, type 1 is. What the heck? So anyway, I want you to think about it. You should be aware of it. But I got a busy house today. I'm going to have to get off here and cook my grandsons their pancakes, because they're up running around the house. And like I said, I got to finish that one video today. So we'll get that business done. So don't forget. Oh, I wanted to also tell you that when you're buying for your preps, I hope you noticed on my last load that I took down that I had vanilla, a bottle of vanilla in there. Now, what I did find out is imitation vanilla, they say doesn't last long. I don't know why it wouldn't, but we'll see. I'm gonna find out. But if you put down real vanilla, it's got nearly an indeterminate shelf life. So keep that in mind. Also with your syrups, they say pure maple is going to let indeterminate shelf life versus your corn syrups. I don't know. I'm going to find out about that too, because it is my understanding anything with a lot of sugar in it like that preserves itself. So we're going to see. But those are things you don't want to forget to throw down there, because they kind of make or break what you're trying to eat and your diversity in what you're eating. Don't forget your salt, your pepper, your cinnamon, think about what you use every time you cook. And make sure that you include those in your preps, because, that's going to help. It's going to help the rice taste better and the beans taste better. So anyway, take care, and don't forget that every day you're ahead another day. Okay? Nana Prep out.